All right, ladies and gents, Handyman back again. What we got tonight is a starter off of that Skag Zero turn we've been fooling with. Been running like a champ since I had it. All of a sudden, I want to replace the upper crank seal, replaced another seal underneath the flywheel that was leaking a little oil. Now, I don't know. It fires when it wants to. It seems like it's dragging slow. I don't know if this could be an issue or not. I'm gonna look into having this one rebuilt. Before I do that, I rebuilt several of them before, so I figured I'd take a look at it and see what's going on. Maybe I can fix it before I spend 125 bucks. So that's what we got going on right now. So let's start breaking this thing down. First thing we need to do is a visual look at it, because like I said, all this stuff comes down the assembly line put together. So what you're basically doing is taking it apart in reverse. And I've already looked at it a little bit to see which comes off first. I guess the solenoid or this plate here, because of course you got the screws, which takes that whole assembly apart. And the only thing I can see here is with that wire being there, that nut has to come off to release that wire, and then that assembly should come off, and then you can get that solenoid off to take a look at that. So that's what we're gonna start on. Well, like I said, maybe you need to be. I gotta excuse that noise in the background. My dog finna make me do a little snapperoo. We got that off. Like I said, I always remember what we got going on. Hey! I really need me a little screwdriver. I took most of my stuff outside. We're not really concerned with getting that off right now. I just want to take a look at it. And like I said, this is really what all I got right now. So that's what we're doing. But I see that wheel come off of that, so we're gonna work on that cap right now, see if we can find the right nut for that. And that should be at there. And we got a little drop down extension. Make sure y'all still in the focus. Okay, we good. And we're gonna crack these two loose, or attempt to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go this way, but at the same time, instead of trying to over torque them and break something, we're gonna see what they do. Well, that one cracked loose, so we can go ahead. But like I said, we can loosen, tighten to kind of work those first couple of threads loose. And like I said, if we can't get this thing straightened out like the other ones I've done, we're gonna take it to, I guess, the professionals. They do so many of them. Like I said, 5 minutes. I mean, at one time I took one, and before I could, get up the road good, he was calling me telling it was running. That was on the other Hustler, and it still operates like a champ. What I need is, okay, I got one. Got those two screws out. This is gonna be the tricky part here. Got a little small hammer just to do a little tappy tap lightly. And I do mean lightly. It's coming loose. See if we can work it. And at the same time, pay attention to that wire and pay attention to anything that might come out and the order that it may come out. So we'll stand this up like that. So like I said, something were to jump out. Okay, that cap came off, grit and grime, nothing really major. It's the bottom what it looks like. Now we're gonna take a look at this and see what we got going on. Okay, now we got that little plate came off of there. And I see all kind of grit and grime down in there, so that could be a problem. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 brushes in there, and I mean they're just coated with grit and grime. So there's really no indicator on this thing. I guess it could go pretty much any way. So we're gonna lay that to the side for right now. Just make sure we leave it up the way it is and put it down. We don't want to flip it over or anything. Leave it like it was. And like I said, right now, we still got that wire right there. We're gonna visually take a look. Hang on a sec. Let me get something clean my hand. And we'll also grab a little light, like I said, to inspect what we got going on. Just apologize for the light, it's a little dim, but we're gonna work with what we got. And like I said, I can see that wire there. It's hooked up to, looks like this first brush right there, that grit and grime. I'm almost positive that's what's making this thing hang up. So visually looking at that, that's gonna be my first thing. We're gonna go and hit this stuff probably with some brake cleaner or something like that. A little light brush, some I guess solvent cleaner to kind of clean that up a little bit, get some of that off of there, and then we'll go from there. So but you see those brushes have springs in them, those slide back. When you put them back, you have to put those springs. Like I said, we'll go a little bit deeper in detail in just a minute. We're gonna take a break right here and get this stuff cleaned off and give us something better to work with. So Handyman will be back with you guys momentarily.